So here we are. Welcome to a new day. Let's go for some educational games today. I feel like it. And it's gonna be the low APM thing again that I did yesterday. I think it was pretty fun. I found a very good rhythm to yesterday. Do I have recommendations on how to hotkey a bio Ghost Liberator army to be fast on the setup? I always hotkey bio on the same hotkey and air units on a separate hotkey. Okay, 5.7 toss. Not gonna be easy, to say the least. So the way that we do this is we play for very minimal effort, basically. That's the way we will be doing it. So I'm not using any hotkeys, except some army hotkeys later on, because having one army on one and another army on like two is kind of required, I feel like. Thank you, Bazaar, for the resub. So I'm only trying to do the most
additional supply depots
important clicks, basically. Yeah, that's the plan here. I use camera hotkeys. That's like kind of necessary if you want to play StarCraft, I feel like. It really helps having camera hotkeys. Because then even if I don't have, let's say, any real hotkeys, I can manage it. But it's mostly about what actions you do, basically.
Yes, sir.
More so than anything. This is a little bit annoying because he's gonna block. So there's gonna be a lot of APM to like micro against the probe. Like that right there was a lot of APM pretty much already. Kind of sad when they do that, because there's like some things that just cause a lot of APM even if they're not as impactful. But obviously you gotta pay attention for them, for that scouting probe, so that it doesn't block you. And now we just continue with the build here. It's an optimized build. This is the way you want to play. Reaper Marine. I don't do any harassment, that's APM wasted. We're just gonna leave them here. We click these STVs to the minerals. And we're pretty much doing the same thing every game. We're using a very optimized build order though. Like, you should pay attention to everything I do. Like, even the way I put my factory here, I think it's kind of nice. The way that we put that one. Because I'm creating a little bit of a wall against, like, Blink Stalkers already. Don't think he's gonna... oh, he's stupid enough to finish that. So we micro a little bit against that. Like this. A lot of APM spent there. Unfortunately, but I think that's... okay, you know. Now we click the Hellion here, and we just shift click the Reaper in here,
command center upgrade,
and then we just macro. The Hellion honestly doesn't need to move across the map, we just focus on the macro. The Reaper is gonna get the information anyways. We click these to the left here because we want to go towards his third / natural. So you kind of need to get used to like the same patterns. Here you can see he has a wall. So I can't really scout anything down here, but I can still just send the Reaper to the front. And then we're still gonna get all the information that we need, as you can see. That's all the information that we need. And now we can just continue. The Hellion can go ahead and scout the third base. The Water Mine drop can make its way over here. And then we go for the 1-1-1 setup at the same time. We changed the rally point a little bit more over here. Simply because of Plague Stalkers being annoying. So you can see he has the Nexus there.
Add-on complete.
So that means we can drop with the Medevac, I guess. Don't even have to drop though. We're gonna get a third base. Change the rally point of this thing. Continue making depots with this thing. And you might want to know, like, should we drop or should we not? Just leave the Medevac here. I think, honestly, I don't know if it's safe in this position. So I'm gonna drop. I drop one here. And the other one here.
Your forces are under attack.
And then we do some cheeky retargeting to like maximize the damage. And then we just macro at the same time. Like this. Barracks, barracks. eBay, eBay. I didn't make another tank. That's a little rough, but that's okay. Another depot. Then I just sent this guy across the map because why not? And we just make more production facilities soon enough. Like first we're gonna saturate the base, then we see him go over here. So now I should select my Marines to like go here, maybe make another siege tank. My macro here was not pretty, but yeah, you can see with some good building placement we can survive here pretty easily. We're gonna lift, we're gonna make tech lab, and we'll get more. This one we just shift click like here, like this I guess, and then it can go back. And I'm just getting my upgrades going. And I'm just gonna stabilize, so I need 3 more SCVs in my main. I need to get like a normal setup over here. And we need to get a setup in an, like, in the, like we need to expand. But for now I think I'm happy to just chill, because there's Stalkers containing. So I'm gonna wait for the Stalkers to be distracted by my Raven. So you can see the Raven comes in, did some damage, and now I can use these units a little bit more aggressively to do something over here. Small micro mistake, but that's fine. We're just gonna salvage that by having better macro, I guess. We're gonna siege one tank here. We have a bunker over here. We can put this tank in the natural, and that should keep us safe for now. We're gonna change the rally point of everything. Take these command centers. We're gonna use F2 now, because it's getting really annoying to deal with these. We need everything at the front, so I'm also gonna change the rally point. I need supply depots, so let's make some. And let's already go up to 8 barracks. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling with the multitasking here. Let's check on the worker count, 66. I think that's perfectly fine. We just focus on making units now. Marauder, Medevacs, upgrades. Marauder, Medevacs, upgrades. We make sure that we're mining perfectly, so 16 here, 16 here, gas here. And here also we get a sensor tower, a turret, and some bunker plus other units. We just stim here some marauders to like zone these. Oh, we're getting attacked, so we do some micro. We use F2. We need a Ghost Academy against his High Templars. 100%. We need to do some micro, while also like macroing. Some Water Mines would be good, at least. We're gonna F2. We're gonna reinforce. We're gonna unsiege, and we're gonna pull the SCVs as well. But, as you can see, in this case, unfortunately it's not good enough. We have to surrender. I mean, it's very simple what happened in this game. He outplayed us with the Stalkers. I didn't do enough damage with my... Well, I did do enough damage with the Water Mine drop. But what happened on top of that, if you want to have like an analysis, we didn't macro at the same time. So right here, when I did the mine drop, I didn't make another tank. So you can see here, I'm not making any more siege tanks, even though I'm floating a lot of money. So if I'm just faster on my build, so in this case, the Woodermine harassment was not good. Usually I would just keep it here in like the dead airspace, but you can really see like the struggle in the multitasking. I didn't press another tank, even though I had the resources, and I didn't get extra barracks at this point. I did make good SCV count, and I played decent, but obviously it's not good enough. In this case, he simply played better. And then later on, like the Stalkers did some harassment, which dealt not a lot of damage. Like here, it didn't deal a lot of damage, but it really messed up my base, and the macro got even further behind. So I couldn't expand in time, I didn't make enough units. And then if we go back to the last push, you can see he's just up in supply. And I simply don't really have an army to deal with his army because he has Storm. Against Storm we need High Templars. It's not mandatory, but ideally we need High Templar. I mean, we need some Ghosts. He didn't have many High Templars, so it wasn't like mandatory. But obviously I need some more units because he's up 20 supply. Or I need some like Ghosts. This map is a little bit harder because the third base is further away, by the way. So maybe, nah. This map is just a little bit harder if you don't have clean macro to like expand. So maybe we should also consider playing a different build against Protoss on this map. But there are plenty of things that we can potentially improve. What was my APM? 106. I think that was pretty fair considering what happened. You knew what? Yeah, I knew I was gonna sacrifice that Raven too because I'm obviously not gonna micro it. Like I'm not I'm trying to play very simple, you know. So I kind of did that on purpose because I had to press F2 and then I knew the Raven was gonna die, but I mean, what can I do? I'm not gonna like try and play above 100 APM just for my ego to win that game, you know. So we're gonna make blunders like that, obviously. Okay, let's go for another one. Well, you need to scout? Yeah, I mean, I teach you everything. We just play game after game and game and see what goes well, what goes wrong. I will play other build orders as well, like a basic 3 racks, for example. I think that could have worked much better as well. Like, it doesn't take a lot, honestly, to like get GM, you know. Doesn't really take a lot. Like, you can get GM with less than 100 APM easily. As you can see, I can win games. Okay, so this is once again a little bit of a shorter map. So I'm gonna do a different build this game. So on like bigger maps, I like the triple CC. On shorter maps, we're gonna do something else.
Not enough minerals.
So we're gonna go for a basic like 3 racks basically. Just a very basic like type of like build. With a high ground command center as well. To just keep it safe.
Additional supply depots required.
Or what you can do is like send an SCV for scouting. But that costs more APM. So I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna waste my APM. Like my the goal here is I wanna be like above I wanna be around 100 APM. So like maximum APM I wanna have is like 110, I guess. So if I send out an SCV that's already like spiked the APM. So I'm really trying as low effort as I can, you know. That's like the goal of this educational stream. That's also why I'm not using any control groups. It's to make my life a little bit easier to not accidentally like spam APM or whatever. That way you can also see whenever I'm like building something because I have to select it. And I can't really just press like a shortcut and then you wouldn't be seeing it. One day scout that already like delays us a little bit, unfortunately, with the APM. Like here I have to deal with the probe now.
Command center
That's such an APM waste. This was a lot of APM, even though nothing happened.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Okay, now we just take workers off gas. Like, you always have to look closely what I'm doing. Like, even where I put my barracks, you know? You can literally just copy whatever I'm doing. Like, everything. Like, building placement.
additional supply
Everything. Like,
depots
build
required.
order. You just have to, like, take note. Every game has to look the same. If I play this build order over and over again, it will just be like the same build over and over again. Same building placement, same timings, everything. There's no freestyle. Like, no freestyle at all. Everything is mapped out here in this build. Obviously, sometimes I forgot to make SCVs when I'm like doing a low APM game like this. So obviously this is not like the best version of myself. But like, for example, here I just take my workers. I already put them on the natural, and then I have exactly 19 here. And then I change my rally point. Why do I do this? Because I'm gonna take my gas in the main base. And then I have like perfect saturation there already.
Complete.
Now this is gonna be a little bit APM heavy. Oh no, it's not, because my opponent is not paying attention. He's just giving us the adapt for free.
Upgrade complete.
So then we lift, control 1, select SCVs and go mine. Make a supply depot in the main maybe. And now we just put the rally point in front. But the marauders in the back, you know. So making marauders here. I'll like rally them to the back so that an adept shade isn't gonna see them immediately. I set my rally points. Then I take my gas here. And now we're just executing like the 3 racks. It's really not the 100% like most well executed build ever. But it's like good enough, you know. If you're like below gem, then this will do.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oh. So against this we need like a marauder. Once again, a little bit APM heavy, but as you can see,
Additional supply depots
I just
required.
separate one marauder from my army.
Additional
And that's it.
supply
Now I
depots
change my rally
required.
point a little bit. This guy continuously makes
Not
supply
enough
depots.
minerals.
I guess we can save a couple of scans because it might be like Dark Templars. And now I'm literally just clicking my Marine Marauder across the map. And look closely what I'm doing. Do you see this? I have the Marauders in the front. And I pull back the Marines a little bit so that he cannot kite with his Stalkers. Everything is a detail, you know? Everything is a detail. Everything has an intention. Even the way that I put my factory here, like I have a nice base layout. Everything that we're doing is important and necessary. I click the upgrade here, I click another depot. Just make SCVs. And now I just focus on this. We just stim. And go. But Guardian Shield is pretty good, so I have to go back home. So then we just go back home. We tried dealing some damage. But then I went back. But why did I go back? Well, he had a lot of units. So how does he have this many units? He's on 2 bases, that's how, I would guess. Our opponent is on 2 bases. He doesn't have like as much stuff. Okay, we're gonna do one more attack with more units now. Because we have mostly like bio units, so we need to do something. So I'm just gonna macro still. As you can see, we get a nice worker count. He might base trade with like the Stalkers. There's Protoses that are silly like him. So now I'm just gonna escort my bio. While the macro kind of goes flawlessly anyways, right? Kind of does, but like we have to escort the bio here. This is main priority right now, and switch here. So this is my priority right now, switch here, escort the bio. And I kind of want to take out the robo or take out the base. Because I'm gonna take my own base. Now we just shift click important units. Like the Immortals. Like the Immortals.
Add-on complete.
Quick macro break. Click, click, click. And now we continue microing again. Quick macro break. Continue micro. I use camera hotkeys as you can see. You can also just use in this case, you can also just use hotkeys like building hotkeys, you know? So now I just make more SCVs. I have 5 barracks. I'm getting a tech lab here on my factory. You might ask why I'm doing that. It's because I saw an early robo and a lot of like immortal production. So I'm just getting a tank here out, just in case. But now, we'll pretty much just do what we always do. And that is the same macro. So we're getting like some turrets here, I guess. Getting a turret over here as well. We're gonna siege up the tank over here. Right there. We're gonna macro up, so we continuously make Marauder, Marine, Medevac. We take the third. We make lots of Marauders. And now we just do the same thing like always. Our opening worked well. We're just gonna take the base. We're gonna get more upgrades. We see he's going Colossus, so I'm gonna play more upgrade heavy. I'm gonna change my rally point as well. I'm gonna get like SCVs to make supplies here.
Complete.
I'm gonna get more bio. Make sure that I'm constantly producing. And make sure that we're like getting to our SCV count up, you know. We need to go up to a high SCV count. And then we just get the setup here. Sensor tower, turret, bunker. That's the setup. Maybe slide some more SCVs here because we stayed on 2 base for a long time. So we only need like 60 SCVs something. And we don't even need like a 5 barrack setup like that early. These 2 SCVs just continue making depots. We just continue dropping mules. We just continue getting upgrades. As you can see, there's plenty of things to do here. We have a sensor tower for vision. We can get 2 more supplies here for the defense, for the bunker. We can make more marines here, more marauders. And now we F2 and click over here. And we make Vikings because we're being attacked by Colossus. So now we just need to use the siege tanks that we built to our advantage. I'm gonna repair the bunker. And we also need to macro, keep that in mind. So macro quickly, and then select SCVs, go mining. It's important to stay like on top of your macro. The tank here, as you can see, really nice. And we're making Vikings. Because why are we making Vikings in this game? So why are we making Vikings? We can also get like a Ghost Academy here. We're making Vikings because he's aggressive. This is an early Colossus style. Oh, I just select the Marauders here and defend that. Remake the SCVs from the main. Just like that, I'm just queuing up 5 SCVs that I'm losing here. And I make the turret that I was missing here, I guess. Okay, we F2, go back to the front. And we continuously macro. Okay, we have a Ghost Academy, so maybe we should get some Ghosts first. Like this, with 1 round of Ghost. If you have a lot of gas, Ghosts are a good way to spend that gas. A really good way of spending that gas. He's still kind of lurking around here. So you might ask, like, when am I gonna take another base? Like a 4th base? And there's no rush really, because like 3 base is kind of good enough for now. If your macro is good, it will definitely do... like it will do good enough. And in this case, I'm even gonna go up to like 8 barracks before adding another base. And we're gonna split our forces very soon. So I'm getting like 1 more round of Ghost. I need some supplies, let's just call them. 1 more round of Ghost. Like 8 Ghosts is a good number. 10 Vikings is a good number. He had Archons as well, keep in mind. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select 4 Medevacs. Actually, we need some more Medevacs. So we're gonna select 4 Medevacs. We're gonna control group them. And we're just gonna click them somewhere where he isn't. So I click them here. F2. Everything on 1. Select this. Alt 2. So now I have this army on this hotkey and this on this. As you can see though, he has an observer. So maybe I need to use the scan to like kill the observer. No, he doesn't. Okay. So now what we do is we deny his like 5th base, you know. So I'm getting more upgrades. I'm even getting another starport. I'm getting more add-ons. And now I have 1 army hotkey here and another one over there. And we see he is paying attention down here. So I'm gonna try to save them and fly into a corner. And then I just focus on the other angle and macro at the same time.
Add-on Complete.
So now I'm just focusing on this angle.
Where's the
He recalls. There's no way he has enough over here. No way. And now you see he focused everything over here. So we can probably go to the other side now. So we can probably shift click this. Now we did some good micro. And we're just taking a fight here. We probably can't continue to go here. So we're just gonna click this back. Macro quickly. Macro, macro, macro. And then we click this back. So I shift click this and now I click this back. So now he sends units here. And now we have this army. But he's paying attention. So I'm just gonna go back home. And I'm gonna count my losses quickly and do the same thing again. So we're gonna make bio, and we're gonna remax again. We're gonna expand, we're gonna check economy, so here we need to slide some. Here we need to slide a lot, and here we don't. So this is perfectly fine. We also don't need to really take more. Let's hotkey our units. And he seems to deal well with the drops. So this is a smaller map. Maybe I should consider just going in one huge army, you know? Maybe we should just consider going in one huge army. Pull back the ghosts against the disruptor. We're doing some really precise micro, as you can see. But I'm not even doing a lot of micro. I'm kind of just paying attention to where he is, you know. I'm just like pulling back the units when I need to. And we just take this fight, and now I have to macro, so I run away for a second. And then I just macro quickly. Our goal is still to like max out. Let's pull together again. He has a lot of like good units now as well, so this is getting a little bit hard to deal with. I'm gonna set up a concave and just take the fight. The disruptor needs to go down. Disruptor needs to go down. Okay, it doesn't seem like I have enough. That was an awful blink by him. I need to macro. Macro, macro, macro. Pull back. F2, reinforce. Vikings against Colossus. Mules because we need money. I have 200 energy, that's not the best macro. We have 200 energy on every orbital. Okay, Colossus are exposed. Maybe we can snipe them? No, we cannot. This micro is too fantastic. Maybe we can snipe some zealots with the ghost ability. No, doesn't look like we can. So it looks like we don't have enough, so we have to surrender. GG. Damn it. Yeah, his macro was just a little bit too good. There's not much I can do when they macro better than me. As you can see, he got really far ahead in income. So, yeah. I did some good micro, but the macro at the same time wasn't good enough, basically. I think it's because it's like a smaller map, you know, so it's a little bit harder to... Well, the 3-Rex was pretty okay, but it's a little bit harder to play this multitasking style on like a smaller map. I also had a lot of APM this game. A little bit too much, honestly. Yeah, Colossus are kind of hard to deal with. I'm not sure if it's good to split your army against what he had. Especially because it can get confusing, because it's kind of hard to just like send out drops. Like maybe it's just good to go for like one ultimate army. That could be better than like splitting your army, you know, like fake Terran multitasking. On bigger maps, I think drops are good, but I just play on like 2 smaller maps. It's a little bit harder. Are you playing low APM on purpose to match with us? No, I just have gotten worse overnight. I'm a bad player now. Yeah, I had a lot of energy in my orbitals as well. If I had used mules better, then the income is different too. Like I wasn't able to remax because I didn't use my mules. Oh, whoops! Oh.
Big job, huh?
I wasn't able to remax because I didn't use my mules basically as well. Yeah.
We hear you.
kind of tough life if you don't have a lot of APM. You know, like doing the micro while doing the macro is very tough if you're not using hotkeys. That too, but yeah. I kind of want to restrain myself because otherwise is not the purpose of the educational stream is not to win every game. It's kind of do the best out of my low APM, you know. That's what we want to do. Just trying to do the best with like very low APM. Playing a bigger map again, I think that makes it a little bit easier.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Oops.
SCV ready.
Another probe scout, so it's kind of hard probe scout because it like increases my APM. I hate that. My APM would be like so much lower if they didn't like probe scout. Because now they're gonna block, right? Now the probe is gonna get cheeky and it's gonna come back to block. No, this guy's not high enough for that. So, no more IPM waste. Nice.
Bad news.
Come on, stop doing this. I don't waste any APM.
In the rear with the gear.
Command center upgrade complete.
I'm not even sending my Reaper across, as you know. I'm just sticking here. Like, this is what I don't think is necessary. Like, if you really, like, want to play low APM, or if you really have, like, no APM, like, the Reaper is necessary. Like, I always recommend to play good build orders, even if you're, like, just starting to play the game. But, like, of course it's better to send the Reaper across. Like, use your brain, you know? Just use your brain. Like, of course sending the Reaper across has benefits. Also has some downsides. I'm just trying to be safe. And I'm trying to not use as much APM, you know. That's basically what I'm doing. But you are allowed to use your own brain when you play StarCraft, you know. So just because I don't send the Reaper for like scouting proxies or even send it across the map, doesn't mean that it's like a bad move and you shouldn't be doing it. This is why I leave the thing here at home.
Add-on complete.
So that I can deal with the Adept. And you can see 2 Marines plus the SCVs, or 1 Marine and the Reaper plus the SCVs. They are good enough to deal with an Adept. So we get the kill nicely there. I make a Hellion as well now. We make Widow Mines afterwards.
Command
Ready to
center.
raise some hell.
He's gonna finish the Shade because he's an absolute donkey. See, like, I micro even good. So, like, here the micro was necessary to get, like, a free kill. So, like, it's not like I'm, like, doing only the basics, let's say, with my APM. I'm doing many good things as well with my APM. Like, there's a Stalker now in front of our base, so I'm gonna try to hunt it down.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, did he recall that by any chance? Like, I see I can deal damage, so I'm trying to deal
Additional
damage.
supply depots required.
And I think that's possible even with, like, low APM. So, like, I have a Reaper here. Okay, Stalker, I can't do shit, but I have a Hellion here. And the Hellion, you would just click it on the probes. And then you, like, macro quickly, then you look back. You micro it a little bit more. And you see. Click it one more time, and now it's dead, so I'm not paying attention anymore. I'm just gonna macro.
Add-on
See?
complete.
And imagine if I sent my Reaper in at the same time. Like, I didn't even use my Reaper there. But, like, very simple maneuvers that, like, do a lot of damage. And I think even with, like, low APM, they are worth it to pull off. So now we need to send the Reaper here to scout for a 3rd base quickly. Just have to take a look at the 3rd. To see if it's there. Continuously make SCVs, very important. Okay, there's no 3rd base over here, so I think we should consider getting another bunker up. And we should consider getting the tank here, of course. And we should consider scouting, or yeah, scouting one more time. And we do that with the Widow Mine drop. So we just send it in like this, and we see no gases over here. So what is my response gonna be? Well, first I focus on my water mine drop, and then I focus on my natural. I select SCV, put them on shift click, auto repair, hold position. So now they are on the bunker with auto repair and on hold position. Here I move commanded another one. And then I just do the same thing. So what is it? I'm getting like 4 gate blinked, right? There's a lot of stalkers. Oh wait, I lost my Raven, I didn't even see. Okay, we just make units.
Base is under attack.
We still have to repair SCVs here.
Add-on complete.
No! Okay, at least we kill this thing.
Our
We need to
SCVs
focus on the macro.
under attack.
Oh no.
Command center upgrade complete.
Macro.
Not enough energy.
F2.
SCV ready.
Macro.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
F2. As you can see, I'm not even using control groups, I'm just F2ing like a madman. And I'm making sure that my economy is running.
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Okay, we'll just keep track of these and we make sure the economy is running.
SCV
As you can see, my APM just increased a lot.
going on.
I really don't want to lose this game, so that's why my APM just increased. But I still want to stabilize, so I think we're gonna call it here with the tank production.
Not enough.
And we're gonna stabilize now, so I'm getting my upgrades. Like, always think like into the late game, you know. I'm gonna take my third very soon, so I'm gonna get more barracks. I'm gonna unsiege those tanks. I'm gonna like shift click my idle workers somewhere. When I say shift click, I mean control click sometimes.
Complete.
Gonna fix my economy. And then we just siege like the tanks one by one as well. Get a nice shot over there. And now we just take the base. And now the main priority is to make SCVs. I just make a lot of them at the same time. And then I slide them. And that should be good. Now, we're just gonna set the rally point. We're getting the next upgrades. I can already get my armory. I'm gonna click more SCVs here. I just queued up 1,000,000 SCVs in my command centers. Because it's better than like queuing up 1,000,000 tanks. So like eventually I will have them, you know, like I just queued up like 5 SCVs on each barracks or command center. So now I just have to care about the rest. So we get the bunker as always over here. We get the sensor tower over here. We can salvage this sensor tower and put it like here, I guess.
Complete.
Why not an extra one? We drop mules this time. And we get a nice like marauder heavy army. Once again. I guess we're gonna skip the water mines.
Research. Not enough minerals.
Getting a nice medevac count up. And we need to know what his army is gonna look like as well. So I'm gonna take my gases now. And as you can see, the economy is running really smoothly. So now I'm just gonna expand one more time. And I'm just gonna go further into the upgrades and further into the production. So let's get more barracks. And let's also put them all close together. So I'm just getting the right setup. I'm dropping my mules.
Energy.
And we're getting a bunch of turrets as well now. We're gonna go late game here.
Mineral field depleted.
I'm gonna go late game, so I'm also gonna get a Ghost Academy. I'm not too worried about an attack. I just don't think he's gonna attack us. So I'm just gonna like get all this stuff here. Honestly, there's one more good place to put the Ghost Academy on this map. It's like make a wall over here. Oh, get upgrades, by the way. Very important. And now we just have like a little bit of a fortress here, as you can see, with all those turrets. We put the starport. We make Vikings, because they always go Colossus. In order to find out, you can also like send a drop somewhere, like this medevac, I don't know. Just shift click a drop like this and see what happens. We're getting more add-ons, we're getting more marauders,
Supply depots.
and as you can hear, we're getting more
Not enough minerals.
supply depots. But I didn't even need them because we're done here. Let's fix the economy. Like let's expand.
Add-on complete.
I'm just getting Vikings because you're gonna need them anyways. They always have Colossus, at least on my level.
Depots required.
Something that you have to see what works like for you, you know. Like maybe your Protoses don't build Colossus, mine always. And once again, I'm gonna queue up some extra SCVs, so I'm gonna select my commands in this. Queue up like an extra 6, I'm also gonna drop some extra mules, just like that.
Energy.
And now I'm just gonna select my army, put it on front, add some ghosts.
Enough minerals.
When I have some
Not
ghosts,
enough
obviously.
minerals. Upgrade.
We're getting this now.
Insufficient.
The random drop is coming in. We're getting another sensor tower and turret. All the good stuff. We're getting the depots to be max. We're getting all the air upgrades.
Forces
Oh,
under attack.
F2A move. And macro.
Not enough minerals.
F2A move
Command center.
and macro.
Not
F2A move and macro.
insufficient. Best week.
As you can see, the macro was good enough. Oh, look at this random drop, by the way, dealing damage. Let's make valuable units like Metavex. We just lost a bunch. We need to do some micro here because he's also doing some micro. But I think it's better to just call it here and focus on the macro. This is a nice thing about like playing without hotkeys and the educational content. Like I can't do two things at the same time essentially. Like me like microing and macroing is gonna be really tough because I don't have a hotkey for my barracks. Yeah, let's continue the upgrades. Let's slide more SCVs. As you can see, we're mining out in some bases, so I'm just gonna take those SCVs, put them on another base. I'm gonna drop some mules as well. I'm not adding liberators yet. You can see my supply is kind of low. I do want to add more supply here. Like I just want to make more units because
Not enough.
not being maxed right now is kind
Not
of
enough minerals.
pathetic.
Not enough minerals.
So I'm just gonna max out. I'm gonna F2 my army back to the front. Oh, no, we're not back to the front. We are F2ing our army back to the main base. We select a part of it and put it back at the fourth. Scan here because there's TTs.
Our SCV's base is under attack.
And now we just defend this location at the same time. I need scan here. Yeah. And now we F2 and go to the location that we want to defend. We're gonna get some liberators now. I forgot turrets on this angle. That was my bad. We forgot to make the turrets over here. Just get a lot. On this map you need a lot.
Not enough energy.
Okay, I'm gonna hotkey my command centers, my orbitals for scans. I think that's kind of necessary at this point. And now I need to think what unit should I get. You look at my army, you immediately think of liberators. I feel like I need some libs. And I can use like a couple extra ghosts, like maybe 4. And I can always use some extra bio, so let's get that as well. Let's expand now. Let's take the next base. And let's do the same thing as always. Turret, sensor tower. Take the base. Liberators out. I can F2. Select them and hotkey them. And then I just put 1 here. And then I put like 2 here and 1 here. And then we just click over here. Doing some like random target fire. Like some micro. I'm not macroing. Like keep in mind, whenever I'm microing, I'm not macroing. Right now, I'm just taking the fight. Like macro is not too important right now. Because I know if I just take this fight, I can trade really well. Now the fight is over. And now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna macro now.
Upgrade.
So I'm gonna select my buildings. Oh, or in this case, there's some DTs walking in. So I'm gonna select my units and stim. And I'm gonna macro make more marauders again. How did they even get in? We're just gonna focus every resource that we have in defending this DT run by. And then we fix the economy. 1 at a time. Send some SCVs over here as well. Like make some turrets down here. Shift click the SCVs to mining. We can fix everything that's going on later. F2 is a really nice command, you know. We can drop some mules here. We can drop some mules here. F2, go to the front. Just like that. Maybe add another like starport here. Why not? Another starport. How many goes? We can get like 2 more goes and the rest like bio. A lot of marauders are never bad. We're gonna siege this. I can get cloak for my ghost. Can F2 my army again. I can get like a PF over here if I want to. I can now get building armor. I can get more air upgrades. I can just queue up, you know. I queue up this air upgrade. I queue up this one. +2 is very important. +2 attack. I'm getting like some extra CCs. I'm getting some more gases. This is, by the way, why I hotkey my CCs now. Because I want to have them for scans. So let's just use some scans now to see where we're at. And you see his army, and you see he's not going into the late game. It's always nice to use some scans to see what's going on. Like now, we basically have like map hacks, right? So we know what's going on at this point. At this point, we go late game. So I'm gonna add like orbitals here. Just gonna add orbitals, and honestly, we're gonna wait now. There's not much happening. But I think we can also just attack. So we need a defense, so that means I F2 my army, I hotkey my army, and I select the units I don't want. I don't want this tank, I don't want this liberator, I want to have this tank, I want to have a turret here, I want to leave the bunker here, then I F2 here everything to the front, then I lift my Vikings, I hotkey my air units on a separate hotkey, I unhotkey one more air unit, this one, and I put it here, and now we just attack with everything. I use the scan to take out the observer. I siege my liberators, and I just use a lot of EMPs because he doesn't have... Oh my god, I used all the EMPs before the High Templars come in. So I just focus on the fight, and now I focus on the macro because there's nothing to micro. I remake some ghosts, I remake some liberators. That was a really bad fight, honestly. That was a really bad fight. We're sieging up some lips here to take care of these immortals somewhat, and yeah, let's do that again. I'm gonna unsiege, I'm gonna morph my orbitals except one. With one I'm gonna expand. I'm gonna select all these SCVs and see where I have to send them. 2 SCVs over here, and I guess the rest over here. Oh, we need to defend. We use F2, as you can see. F2 really convenient. I need to remake bio as well, not just ghost. And you can see my supply is really bad right now. So I guess it's a good time to use some mules. Just gonna drop them. We're gonna cloak the ghost because he probably doesn't have an observer. And otherwise I'm not gonna do shit here anymore. So I'm just utilizing the cloak ability. I'm gonna remake some medevacs. I remake some bio. And then we're gonna utilize F2 to get our units all together. We need a good macro here. Luckily, we have a bunch of lips coming up here, so we can just easily siege them up. And that should secure us the next base. There's something here, but I can just snipe this. I can just kill this. I can focus on my macro, because we're not maxed. Like, look at the supply, we're not maxed. It's really bad. I click on this thing here. I get a sensor tower turret set up. I scan because there's a random DT. F2 and A move over here because he's sending everything down there, it looks like. Okay, we need to send the units back for a second and macro. F2 stim, go. We need to defend now, like use all the resources to defend here. We're taking a great fight now, so I'm gonna unsiege every lip that I have. And I'm just gonna siege them over here. Okay, now we're gonna use a different technique because my opponent is not going for anything like proper. We're just gonna shift click some lips over to these bases. 2 over here, another 2 over here. Then we're gonna hotkey them and remove them from the hotkey. This is a technique I always use. I select everything on one hotkey with F2. Then I select these with Alt 2 to put them in a separate hotkey and remove them from the other. Okay, we're gonna go attack now and remake that command center. I'm just gonna remake it on location and siege up a liberator. I have my army hotkey 1. Let's pull back these liberators. Let's scan ahead and let's stim ahead. See what the High Templars are. That's something I was forgetting the last time. And now we just set up the engagement. And we're gonna focus on just getting the EMP going over here. Before he can really do anything. Oh, EMP. Oh, let's run away. Let's just take the fight. I don't even have to micro. I just scan once and then I macro. Did you remember my Liberators? They're killing everything at the same time. Let's pick up here. My Liberators right now are killing absolutely everything.
Not enough
These got
minerals.
12 kills.
Vespene geyser exhausted.
These got another bunch of kills. So now I'm just gonna re-max.
Dropping off.
And then we should be fine. I'm gonna take some of my SCVs and put them on my new base here. Or first of all on this base. I'm gonna drop some mules. And we're gonna use F2. These units are sieged. So I can use F2 as much as I want. I'm gonna remake Lips.
We're returning fire.
We're gonna scan this army. We're gonna go for it. Like, we're gonna lift this for a second. Re-land it. And we're gonna now fix the economy like this. And now we just, yeah, get the defense going again. We have more than enough goals. 12 is more than enough. So let's add more Marauders again.
Not enough minerals. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
And let's drop some mules on this base over here. Oh. Keep in mind, Immortals are really slow. They can never escape. So once again, I'm gonna focus everything here on my fight down here. Because he can't walk away from us here.
Complete.
I didn't have as much Marauders as I was hoping for, so I'm just gonna quickly remake them. He doesn't have the base down here.
Reporting for action.
I should be sieging my Liberators faster, by the way. I'm kind of being slow on that. But that's if you don't use rapid fire, if you play with like low APM. At this point we should start removing bases. We shouldn't go through the center. At this point we should start selecting our forces
Mineral field.
and go over here. We should select some Liberators maybe in case he base trades. Remake some, but we have enough reinforcements in case they base trade.
We're returning fire.
So I'm now just gonna collect all the bases.
Liberated.
So I select some Marauders, hotkey them on a different hotkey and put them here to kill this. And now we're just gonna set up the circles down here. We're gonna set up the circles down here, split the army. And we click on the Nexus. We scan his army, we see it's right there. And at this point it's like checkmate, there's nothing he can do. He's losing everything down here. There's way too many Liberators down here. I just keep the map pack on his units. I have more things coming up here.
Reporting for action.
And we just wait for the Marauders to do their thing here. So kind of desperately sieging up one thing there. But we know it's not gonna be enough. There he commits once more. We're just gonna click the lips quickly. We're gonna pay attention. We're gonna macro for a second. Macro, macro, macro. Pull back over here for a second. And we're just gonna go closer and closer into his line. We're gonna snipe the Disruptor. That wasn't really good, but whatever. We're gonna siege one step further and lure him into the range of these Liberators. F2, A move. Send the reinforcements, you know the deal. Just send the reinforcements and GG. I think how much APM did I have here? 130, okay, that was actually quite a lot. I was being a little bit too fast in that game, but I feel like if you play late game, you gotta increase your APM a little bit, right? So I think it was still fair, honestly. It was still a very fair game in that sense. $133. The Liberator Siege was a little bit of a struggle. Besides that, I think it was pretty good. I would recommend to like rapid fire siege the Liberators, yes. I removed rapid fire though because I'm trying to play very basic. Like I'm restricting myself for the educational commentary, so I'm just not using any hotkeys. So then you can also see whenever I'm like macroing and stuff like that, you know. Because otherwise a lot of stuff happens like through, let's say, muscle memory. And then you might not be able to pick up on that, basically. Though in this game I was a little bit faster than I wanted to be, honestly. More about TVP map control and harass maneuvers. I play a lot of TVP here, you can get all the information. Drücken der TromTrom. Mega Raid. Dankeschön noch HIP. Okay, let's go one more time. I think going Withermine drop is a little bit maybe not as great, I want to say. Because Withermine drop is very APM intense. It kind of is a struggle to pull that one off. So I think we should go for like a pure macro style. Those are usually the easiest to learn. Yeah. Those are usually the easiest to learn.
Not enough minerals.
Ah, you scared me. SCV ready.
Is this a Blink Stalker map? Kind of looks like one.
Additional supply depots.
So doing the same thing,
Not enough
but
minerals.
we're doing a triple CC variant of it, basically. Oh well, a non-Withermine drop build of it.
Huh? SCV ready. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under
Probe
attack.
harassment costs us a lot of APM, unfortunately.
SCV ready. Yep.
Not enough minerals.
But he didn't do a very good job blocking, so it's fine.
Sure thing. What's going on? Yep.
Command center upgrade complete.
Sorry, I just want to go out of character for a second. Because he stayed for way too long with that probe. So I just want to go across the map to like hunt down the probe, you know.
SCV ready.
Because like I hate Protoss like this that are Grandmaster that like, let's say, harass for way too long.
Not enough.
Oh no, he's gonna kill my SCV. Damn it.
SCV ready.
I kind of knew that was gonna happen as well, but I didn't have a hotkey for my SCV there.
You gonna give me orders?
That's unfortunate, but I mean I'm gonna kill his probe, so we get something in return, I guess.
Huh? SCV ready.
I hate stupid Protosses.
Who wants some? What?
Now I'm wasting so much APM just because of my ego. Can you believe it? Just because of my ego, I'm chasing a probe into the corner of the map. But didn't need to do all that. That was not necessary. Oh, I didn't make a reactor as well. Great. What the fuck is he doing? Hallucination Scout. I guess we're actually in Silver League. Anyways, we get a Hellion. Honestly, we don't need a Hellion. He's going hallucination. So, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, he has a hallucinated Phoenix in my base. That's useless. Hallucinated Phoenix at this point in the game.
Add-on complete.
It's just a waste of money.
Add-on.
There's another one. More waste of money. Because he used like an overcharged thing in order to get it in my base, I believe. So yeah. Think about it like that when you encounter a Protoss. This guy is already killing himself. So that's a good thing.
Complete.
So I'm just gonna shift click the Raven across the map. I know he's going Twilight. And I know he's not going DTs. So I don't need this Raven. I can use it purely for harassment. And then I just get the same triple command center, tank, marine setup that we always get out of it. So just getting the standard setup. And we have the setup like the same all the time. Like, how many times do you want to scout the same thing, man? You have already seen everything and you sent in another hallucination?
Additional supply depots required.
Okay. Alright, my friend. Okay, we're just macroing. We're just chill guy, macroing. He's just wasting more and more of his like APM, I guess, sort of. We want to wait until this guy has like 2 like auto turrets basically before we go in. But it seems like he's very aware of everything as well.
Command center
Yeah, we're just
upgrade
getting the
complete.
add-on switch. We're getting a bunch of Marauders now. We put the rally point in the front. And we get add-ons, reactors on the factory, and we get additional supplies. And we're gonna lift now. And we're gonna unsiege now. Select everything but the Raven, hotkey it. We want to expand now. So let's do that.
Additional
Let's
supply
fix the economy as well. Let's put the Marines and the tank here, and let's send some in the main, because there's a warp prism. Let's fix the economy,
complete.
and let's fix the saturation. So let's put everything over here,
Not enough energy.
and let's get some scouting now. So I'm taking it like one thing at a time here. I'm just gonna drop some random turrets here. That'll do. Great micro by him. How about sending another hallucination? You haven't sent one for like the last 30 seconds. There was a warp prism. Maybe it was a hallucination. I'm gonna make turrets anyways, because that's mandatory. And we really need to like pick up like the pace here in the macro. It's gonna be mandatory, because otherwise we're gonna get overwhelmed potentially.
Additional supply depots.
So I'm gonna make sure that we are perfectly saturated everywhere right now.
Additional supply depots.
I'm gonna make sure that we're building the right units. Let's not F2 this Raven. Let's get a sensor tower. Let's get a bunker plus some turrets. I mean some depots. Let's get more SCVs. There's still the thing over here. We just saw it on the minimap, the warp prism. We're gonna use this guy over here quickly to drop one more.
Research under attack.
And now we're just gonna try and defend here. Oh man, we need to make more units.
Not enough minerals.
We need to hold with like SCVs and F2, basically. Upgrades.
Our
These units over here.
are under
We just select everything that we have and we like make more SCVs in the background. We send some units in the bunker. And macro, very important. Macro.
mineral.
Macro. Macro. Macro,
Not
macro.
enough minerals.
Macro, macro. As you can see, we're macroing everywhere. Taking the gas, we're still like taking it step by step. We're taking a Ghost Academy. And we're macroing,
Not
macro.
enough minerals.
Making a bunch of Marine Marauder, making a bunch of medevacs.
Minerals.
I don't have a lot of energy there.
Not enough
Make another sensor tower here. How many SCVs do we have? We are above like 60 now, so that should be fine. We can like retake the gas. And we can start making a 4th base. We can scan this one. Okay, here's a base down there. And potentially we can attack him,
additional supply
maybe.
depots required.
Maybe I should just select my army. I'm
Not
gonna
enough
hotkey it one
minerals
time.
required.
We have a huge blob, and then we just go and pick up the pace a little bit. Maybe send some units here to deny these. Oh, I don't have like concussive, and we're supply blocked, so I have to defend. I can't move out. I thought I would have enough like reinforcements to be able to deal with it, but now we're just gonna send units back home.
Mineral
This
base.
weapon is unnecessary because I'm already sending back everything, so I don't know why he's doing that. He's trying to like do Protoss multitasking, but we're out multitasking him with 100 APM.
Better be good. Who wants some?
Okay, we need some ghosts. Okay, we need to macro. 2 SCVs here, some SCVs here. Like, I'm just queuing up 5 SCVs and rally them here because it's like convenient for me at the moment. I'll have to keep some over here.
Upgrade. Mineral field.
Oh, he had some inside. I need to prioritize defending down there. But we also need some units here.
Base is under attack.
That's a little bit annoying now, as you can see. I guess we're gonna send some of the SCVs down here.
Base is under attack.
Okay, we need some Vikings against the Warp Prison, and we need to like macro. So like make SCVs here, retake the gas, make SCVs here, and put them on like the next base rally point. Like now I'm fully saturated everywhere basically. Just gonna rally down there, and we're gonna retake the bunker here as well. You have to act like an AI. Just try to remake the defensive structures that you have lost, you know? Just remake them. Don't even think about it. Just instantly replace them. You need defense over here. And then we just remax. We chill for a second. We scratch our nose. Nose, I mean.
Not enough.
We make a turret against DTs eventually. We make upgrades. We take an additional base. Put like a water mine somewhere, like here, I guess. Put another sensor tower somewhere, like here, I guess. We mine from this base now. We remake SCVs. We need some more.
Not
Let's
enough
just make like
minerals.
12 more. Select some marines. Shift click them in here like this. So now 4 marines will go there. How many ghosts do we have? 8? Perfect. So now I'm just gonna max out on Marauders and Vikings, because he's gonna go Colossus, I'm pretty sure. Everybody builds Colossus, don't they? He's doing some cheeky harassment down here. That's fine, I'm just gonna remake those SCVs that we have lost. And I'm gonna take my army now and get on the map. I'm not fully maxed yet, but it's okay. We're just gonna quickly change the angle. I'm gonna hotkey my bases to like use a scan, because he clearly has an observer.
Mineral field.
Doing some micro now. And you can see every time I'm like doing some fancy micro, I pull back to like macro. So like now I do micro, so now I'm like here in the front. Now I just defend quickly. Okay, let's send the units in the center at the same time. We have reinforcements, keep in mind, you know. We have reinforcements.
Your
So
forces
just send the reinforcements to deal with what he has.
are under
Scan
attack.
ahead.
Mineral field.
Separate some units here. Oh no, he doesn't have that. Okay, the reinforcements deal with it. And now I just focus on my main army while macroing a little bit. So while also getting additional command centers, I guess. Some
Mineral
Terran
field
macro.
depleted.
And now we just micro. Pure micro, no more macro. I guess we can do like upgrades. Then we just spam a bunch of EMPs. Not all of them. Okay, it's time to pick up and leave because we have to macro at some point. And you can see a scary Colossus, so I need like some additional gases somewhere.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Okay, we have to really get these out.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, time to macro. Remake the losses.
You want a piece of me, boy?
We need Vikings against the Colossus. I feel like we could have taken a much better fight though.
Depleted.
Kind of sad we didn't.
Where's the emergency?
We definitely need a bunch of Vikings now against his main army.
Ready for dust off.
Been waiting on you.
Oh no, that's his main army.
Depleted.
I guess we're gonna have to like somehow leave like 2 Marauders down here.
About that?
Mineral field depleted.
Solo.
Okay, we send forward some ghosts for the EMPs. Okay, disrupt and over. We go away against that. I need Marauders, man. We just need to pump out Marauders.
Not enough.
Luckily, this is our rally point. We lost the bunker down here. Remake it.
Research.
Remember what I told you?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Okay, it is really annoying.
Mineral field depleted.
Taking this gold base was maybe questionable. This is maybe questionable what he's doing right now.
Command center. Command center. Upgrade. Mineral field.
Okay, we scan ahead. And we rally here for like some extra SCV production. We need some income right now. So some mules over here. And rebuild some SCVs over here as well.
Not enough minerals.
And then here we do this. This is really convenient. I sent some units down here now with F2. I just sent my reinforcements. Because I knew he was gonna like do something at the same time, you know.
Ready to plunder.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Make 3 SCVs, just take the gas with them. 3 SCVs here, take the gas with them. Sensor tower turret. I gave up the middle again, my bad.
Command center upgrade.
I need some Vikings, and we're just like making a big army again right now. I think our army is big enough at this point. Oh,
Ready for dust off.
yeah, we were a little bit too slow in defending that, so I'm just gonna use one of these now.
Acceptable landing zone.
Separate some of our units here. Just get like an EMP going there. I'm gonna remake some units, or I'm gonna put some units back here. Because he's gonna do that again.
Upgrade.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fight now. Okay, we have to defend this, and now we focus on the micro. Just micro, micro, micro. Pull back the units against Novas, that's usually a good choice. And we just only focus on the micro, nothing else.
Depleted.
And then we just tear through, just like that. Scan one time against the DTs. And just like that, we have done it. Ooh. 140 APM. Okay, I have to slow down. I'm being a little bit too fast. 141 APM is, I think, too high. I'm being a little bit too fast. The hands, man, they just do whatever they want. Yeah, 140 I think is a little bit too much. Like, I don't think I have to prove anything that I can beat Grandmaster players, like 5.5 players with 140 APM. 140 APM is honestly a lot. Like, it's more than enough to play at gem level. Like, the micro and stuff, like, obviously I can win it with good micro. One-handed gameplay? Well, one-handed gameplay is like really annoying. It hurts on the wrist. I think it's fine what I'm doing, I just need to do it a little bit slower again. I'm kind of doing a little bit too much, basically. I can I can try and be slower. I'm just gonna lose more games then, you know. 140 APM is usually Diamond Terran. I mean, a lot of times you have even more APM, but it's not about like the APM, it's about how you use it. So like if you have like 300 APM, let's say, it's not actually like 300 APM. Like if you just endlessly like spam your control groups, then that's not like legit APM, you know. People always say like they lack the knowledge, but they have the speed. It's actually, is it the other way around even? Let me think. So people always say like they have the knowledge, but they lack the speed. It's actually, yeah, it's the other way around, in fact. Nobody is lacking the speed, really. Most people are lacking the knowledge. If you know how to use your APM, then even like a diamond player can be a grandmaster. But people always think that, you know, oh, I'm just too slow for the game, but my knowledge is like so. No, like your knowledge is garbage. I can beat like 5k players with less than 100 APM in like macro games or mid-game games, let's say mid-game, no cheese games. And there's obviously tricks to make things easier, you know. I'm gonna try and put more emphasis on these tricks as well, but for now, I think I'm gonna slow down for the next games. I'm just gonna take a small break, and then we're gonna slow down a little bit again. 140 APM is too much, man. I'm try-harding. It's too much. Be right back. Small break. Thank you, Pineapple Salsa, as well for the resub. Okay, let's go a little bit slower. We're doing too fast. Or we're playing too fast, rather. I hope we play a non-Protoss one time as well, that'd be great. TVT, that's fine. That's totally fine.
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, let's try and go back to like 100 APM. I think if we want to go to like 100 APM, I really have to like slow it down in the micro.
Additional supply depots required.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
TVT, we go double gas.
SCV ready. Big job.
There's like some aggressive openings you can use in TVT as well that are very nice.
SCV ready.
I think I'm gonna do one of them. Let's go for the reacted tech lab opening. Reactor tech lab opening? The reactor barracks opening into factory. This is something that is very good now again because of the cyclone change. So that's pretty chill.
With the gear. Huh? Yo.
Command center upgrade complete. Add-on complete.
So we go for a reactor Reaper opening.
SCV ready.
Then we take workers off gas. Like, watch closely how I execute the build. I'm not talking about everything, but if you go for a double gas build, you have to learn like when to take workers off gas. And hey, the VOD is available for free. So if you have any questions or whatever, you can just boot up the VOD and copy the build order down to the last bit. As you can see, I'm just rallying on top of his Reapers with my own Reapers. And then we get a little bit of a surround. We pull some workers. And then we just hunt down the Reapers. Just like that. And then we just continue playing the game. So now, we just win the game. I fix my rally point here. I make more Hellion and Reapers.
Not enough.
I make a supply depot.
Got something for me to
And now we just wait until we have a little bit more. 4 Reapers ideally.
Not enough minerals.
We make even
Additional
more.
supply
And we
depots
just rally
required.
across the map. This is a 2x Reaper that he's playing. And this is why this build order is nice, because it's a hard counter. And I feel like a lot of people Reaper cheese, right? So, as you can see, I'm just moving now.
What's going
And we are grouping up here. So I'm gonna stay right there. Then I'm gonna gather my units, then I go. And let's see. We just click on the Reapers. Try and escape like the grenade, I guess. And GG. I wanted to finish that game quick, and that's how we do it. It's kind of funny, right? Is it a 60? Hey. It's a 6, isn't it? It's a 63 APM. Yeah, this is like me against Gomeo, except that he probably didn't have any lag like I had at home Fury Cup. Yeah, we're playing with very little hotkeys. Basically, I just put my army on one hotkey and use F2. But I don't hotkey my production, except scans in the late game. We're doing like an educational stream, so I'm trying to really limit my APM here. And I think this game was a good example of that. In the early game, you really don't have to click a lot. And if they cheese you, it can be like... This is honestly the only thing you have to do in StarCraft to get like a high rank. You just need to learn how to defend like shit like this, you know? Because like how many times do you get Proxy Reaper? Just think about it. I'm just gonna make the assumption, get a lot of Proxy Reaper on the ladder, you get a lot of like one base tank marine all-ins. Unless you're like high gem maybe. I don't really play a lot against Terran, so I don't know. But yeah, if you learn how to defend this, like you can see it's like not even that hard, isn't it? Like, let's go over the tricks that we had here. Like, let's do a small replay, not analysis, but like I want to point out one more thing here that makes like the micro easier, you know? So, one thing that I did here in this game that simplified my micros, I pulled some of my workers and I A-moved them. I did that so they like soak up the damage, basically. These barracks, by the way, are very far away from the action. That's why his like Proxy Reaper hit so late. He even went like all the way around. But look at this. So here are the Reapers. I just pull a couple of my SCVs and put them on top of the Reapers. If I don't pull the SCVs, I might lose the Reaper battle here because he might pull some great like grenades or whatever. But this makes it like extremely easy. So now I just pull these workers, I put them on A move. And then I just kite with my Reapers. I select them with F2. And then I just kite. And you can see, he's not clicking on my Reapers, so he's automatically like shooting the SCVs. So what it does is that all of my Reapers survive and I can take out his for free. Just by pulling a couple SCVs. And now obviously if you're dealing with a Proxy Reaper, use your brain. I cannot emphasize that enough. So what just happened? Like use your brain in terms of decision making. Like think about it. What just happened? So my opponent killed 3 SCVs and he lost 2 Reapers. What just happened? He traded army for economy. So you have to ask yourself the question, okay, am I fine because he cheesed me? Yes. Can I do counter damage? Yes. In this case, both is the case. So in this case, you don't even have to use your brain because you can only like make the right decision. But what is actually the right decision? Well, based on this start, he lost both his Reapers, killed some SCVs, he actually did some economic damage. I think it's best to just kill him before he makes a comeback. So I'm gonna choose to be aggressive, and that's why I use my brain, basically. I just make the decision, okay, let's wait for a couple more units. I'm outproducing him, I have more Reapers than him, and my factory is already done. His is not still on the way. So I just need to wait for like one more round of Reapers, and then I just go for it. He traded army for economy, so I can probably deal some damage, and then we were able to win that game with that. What if he was keep making Reapers instead of lifting? He was keep on making Reapers, but in this case, we were already outproducing him with the reactor first and killing 2 of his Reapers. And even if I didn't like, even if he like, let's say make a bunker or whatever, and I wouldn't be able to like deal damage, I could just go back home and I'm fine, you know. I don't need to do anything in this case even, which is a huge benefit. Dankeschön, Chef Mike, für deinen Resub weiterhin. Yeah, Reactor First is a lot stronger on this patch again because of the Cyclone. The non-TechLab Cyclone made it, not as viable anymore. But now that the Tech Lab Cyclone is back, you can pull it off again. Yeah, it's a standard double gas. If, like I said, every VOD is uploaded live on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So you can just check the VOD if you want to get some intel. I think you asked the rats for the resub as well. Aetrex on Neon Violet? Probably not that good, no. Probably not very good. Okay. TVP.
SCV ready.
Actually, camera hotkeys don't count as APM, so I can spam a little bit.
In the rear with the gear.
Look at how fast I am.
SCV ready.
Okay, next game.
Additional supply depots
Going for
required.
the Reaper fast expansion one more time.
Not enough minerals.
Though I consider not doing it like this and maybe on the high ground, because the scouting probe is actually super annoying and it costs us a lot of APM to deal with it. So I'm thinking about even going for like a more like
What's going
simple
on?
build
SCV ready.
than that. But either way, let's see. Just staring at our barracks for the probe to appear while we make our economy here, while we get SCV after SCV. Then we make the first Reaper and the orbital. This guy also makes the command center. And there's no SCV scout, so, or probe scout rather, so we can just go ahead and expand. We can set the rally point. As well as bring down another one for the second supply depot. And then this guy's also gonna make the bunker. Now we're gonna look at our command center until
Command
it's done.
center upgrade
We
complete.
drop a mule. We start another marine. And we also set the rally point for our factory. We just leave the Reaper be there. Gonna put the factory. Once again, I put it as a little bit of a like Blink Stalker wall here. We're gonna set the rally point towards the gas, because next thing that we're gonna make is the gas. We're gonna get an extra gas in the main. And we're gonna get a reactor down here. Oh, that's a probe that we can kill. If we just quickly chase it with the Reaper, that's fine. But obviously we don't want to forget about the macro. Okay. Let's see what happens. He didn't scout and the probe was a little bit sus. So there's a bunch of things that we can do in this scenario. And one thing that I like to do in this scenario is to just get a safety cyclone. So let's do that.
SCV ready.
Maybe it's another hallucination scout Protoss. One of these really smart individuals. They are like
SCV ready.
developing the new meta basically.
Add-on complete.
Okay, we get a cyclone and then the SCV that has been standing here and waiting
SCV gas.
is gonna get a starport as well.
Command
And at this point we just get up the SCV count. Just get up the SCV count. Rally, I guess, on top of the ramp. The bunker should be good enough. And we just go up, up and up with the SCVs. And we don't get supply block. And we continuously make marines. And now we get another tech lab for the tanks. This guy can just keep on making supplies for the rest of the game. We're still making SCVs. We're fixing the economy. This guy is jobless, so I'm gonna put him somewhere. We're gonna get a safety raven. We're gonna set all the rally points. And I told you this guy is gonna make more depots, and he's gonna do that. We're gonna start the tank production now. So as you can see, everything is going very well. Oh my god. F2A move against this. Maybe put the Cyclone in the main. I was kind of predicting that, wasn't I? Don't get too distracted. Just put some Marines there. And then the rest can just stay in the main. And then I'm just gonna use my Marines whenever I need to. I put my tank in the natural. I'm just gonna put the rally point there for now. And we're gonna take care of this, ideally. It's kind of annoying. If he's using his APM well, then it's gonna be kind of hard for us to deal with that. Either way, we're gonna get another supply, and we're gonna go up to more barracks. Building placement on these maps is sometimes a little bit annoying, as you can tell. It's a little bit of a struggle, not gonna lie. But yeah, we're just getting our tank count up. And we're getting the E-base up. And we're getting the SCVs up. We're getting everything up. We're not getting supply block. We're dropping the mules. We're putting Marines in like positions here. We're making sure that we're safe down there. We're gonna siege the tank 1 centimeter closer. And I can kind of see why I put my buildings the way I did, right? This is some genius building placement. It's blocking. Okay, we're gonna make more barracks now with these guys. And we're gonna lag for a second. Oh no. Just as we're about to like take a new expansion and really macro up here. What a shame. What a shame. So he's definitely doing well in this game because he has all the control. Like Oracle openings are honestly not that good. But if you play as defensive that like I do, they kind of work. Like he got some damage done. That was like totally my mistake for not having the units in the right place and also not scouting. I guess I should have scouted with my Reaper. I kind of forgot about that. But even then, Oracle is actually annoying when they do good harassment like he did. And if he macroed at the same time, he's definitely ahead. Normally that's not the case. Like normally what you can do against Oracle is like tank pushes. And they just like blow them away. But yeah, I guess we'll never find out. We can check our position, I guess. What was the position? So as you can see, he was already mining off 3 bases. He was already getting charged. He was getting double forge. So everything that we was doing was very good against what I was doing. So things were definitely looking good for him. Like I would have given him the lead for sure. His macro was going significantly faster than ours. And he did some harassment, like he killed some SCVs and got some good scouting. So yeah, as you can see, got lucky that he disconnected. Well, no, but still. Yeah, he's pro from Krefeld. What was the internet? I don't know why the internet was so bad. I don't really know what was happening there. Phew. Thank you very much for the sub there. Appreciate it. Okay, let's just keep going. Oh, TVZ on wait, this map, okay. You like the map seem fine. What do we even do against Zerg, honestly? What do we even do against Zerg? I do feel like some mech in this matchup.
SCV ready. Big job, huh?
What if we execute an Atrax, triple CC?
What's going on? SCV
Let's
ready.
do a low APM Atrax, my friends. So against Zerg, it's probably, you can tell, like it's a matchup where if you play with like low APM, you have a problem. Like TVZ low APM is not really a thing, because it's absolutely mandatory to be on the map from the start with like Hellions and stuff. It's like I'm gonna try my best to play a tricky build here just to see how low can we go, basically. How low in APM can we go? Can we like pull off an Atrax with like very little
Not enough
APM
minerals.
or not?
SCV ready.
Or am I gonna pull off an Atrax with 120
Not enough minerals.
to 40-ish APM? Which I think it's gonna be, because pulling off an Atrax like with even less APM is gonna be really tough, man. But that's really the only build I can think of when going for like a TVZ here, low APM style. That isn't involving like mech play. I don't want to play mech. At least not in this game.
SCV ready.
I'll play mech some other time, but not today. Not today.
SCV ready. This better be good. Gangway. Bad news. Armed and
So we need to check with the Marine here for an Overlord.
Command center upgrade complete.
by the numbers, boys.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. The Grim Reaper
No.
has arrived. SCV ready.
God damn it.
Yes. What's going on?
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
That was so much APM and he still got the scout.
In the rear. What's going on? Bad news. Big. Go ahead. SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Why is he scouting again though?
SCV ready. SCV ready.
This already feels like so much APM.
SCV ready.
Because I have to like press so many buttons, you know. Just have to press so many buttons already.
Bad news. SCV ready. job, huh?
Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready. Go, go,
Yeah, there's way too much APM, man. I'm just clicking too many buttons.
SCV ready.
So we're getting more barracks up. Like, we always have something to do. Like, more barracks, upgrades.
B boy. Armed and ready. SCV ready.
Put workers into the gas.
Been waiting on
We have to deal with this kind of thing, which takes a lot of APM. We have to like swap add-ons here.
bad news. Big job.
We have to make supply depots constantly.
Not enough
We have to drop
minerals.
mules constantly. We have to make marines constantly.
Not enough.
Phew,
Additional supply
that's a lot of
depots
APM, man.
Be on the ball. SCV ready.
Unacceptable.
Reactor.
SCV
Put
ready.
this in position.
Coming.
Add-on.
Set this rally point. Swap add-ons. Make additional barracks. Set rally point. Make medevacs. Check SCV count. Make one more round of SCVs. Make depots.
Research complete.
Check mules. Make units.
SCV ready.
Check upgrades. Check unit production.
Add-on complete.
Make units.
Not enough
Make units.
In the
I guess we can wall over here on this map, which is kind of nice.
Not
Make
enough
more
minerals.
units. Put them in nice positions. Make more units.
Not enough minerals.
armed and ready.
I don't know what I'm doing over there, but it looks nice.
Upgrade
Drop
complete.
mules. Upgrade complete. We get more tanks.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go.
We're gonna
Not
change
enough
the rally
minerals.
point for a second.
In the rear with the gear.
We're gonna get a sensor tower here. And I think now we're done. Now we just F2, collect our units,
Not enough
and we
minerals.
just pump out marines, right? Oh, I just held down the marine button, that's not good.
Not enough minerals.
It's a lot of APM wasted.
Bad news. Armed and ready.
Not
'Kay.
enough minerals.
We F2,
Be good.
and we just go
So,
through here, through the center, and at the
Research.
same time we
Not
just
enough
spam
minerals.
SCVs.
Not
I mean
enough
marines, not
minerals.
SCVs, what the hell. We do anything but spam SCVs. We're just
Not
spamming
enough
marines.
minerals. Not enough minerals.
And then we're like pre-splitting, you know?
you want a piece of me, boy? This better be good.
Pre-splitting,
Armed and ready.
macro,
Not enough
macro,
minerals. Not enough minerals.
go, split.
Armed and ready.
Why is there no base over here? Oh, there is. And now we just go.
Insufficient team gas. Not enough minerals.
Oh, we should have microed a little bit more. But I think macro is more important,
Not
right?
enough minerals. Upgrade complete.
We could use some help.
Macro, macro, macro.
We could use
Macro, macro, macro.
armed and ready.
Mineral field completed.
Macro, macro, macro.
Insufficient mineral field completed.
It's very close, but we're not winning.
Ready for dust off.
Macro, macro,
Mineral
macro.
field depleted.
F2 across the map. Macro, macro, macro. F2 across the map.
Want some?
Let's use one scan for like Cryptomorphs.
This better be good.
I'm afraid that he's gonna get better upgrades than me.
For dust off.
How much APM do you think this was? 260? I would guess. My APM. I was being way too fast, obviously. Maybe some lips. Maybe some upgrades. I mean, I do have like the money, sort of. Scan. Oi, oi, oi. We're gonna have to like do some magical splits here. This is amazing.
Mineral field depleted.
There's every base, man.
We have you on screen.
Ah,
Mineral field depleted.
we can try some shenanigans with the Liberators while we at it. I can try like my hardest, as you can see, but don't think it's gonna be enough. Maybe if I stim on this base now, I just focus on here while I macro, while I shift click more Liberators like this. Oh, this base is not mining. We can take it out. I'm getting some upgrades.
Ready for pickup?
We're just gonna pick up these units, go away with them, go back home. So these Liberators are doing their thing.
Coming through. Who wants some?
Mineral field
We just shift click them back somewhere else. And then we just remax on more bio.
Turning fire.
And there's more shift click Liberators down here. We're gonna go through the center again
This better be good.
with our favorite technique, which is F2ing. We're just F2ing into the center,
Ready for pickup?
and we drop the Marines there.
mineral field
Then we just stim the Marines here. And there's Ultralis, which we can't handle, so we get some spontaneous tech labs and marauders, like a normal person would
mineral field
in this sort of game. Then we just shift click our Liberators.
Turning fire.
We're just a chill guy, shift clicking Liberators around the map.
add-on complete.
Enhanced battle stations.
We're gonna drop some mules over here. We're gonna check on the Liberators in just a second. Oh, I lost a lot of them.
Incoming orders.
Okay, I guess we're gonna remax on
Mineral
Marauders.
field depleted.
Marauders.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Mineral field depleted.
We're returning fire.
The Spore Crawlers have repositioned. We're gonna make Marauders and Marines.
Reporting for action.
I think we're gonna go for it one more time. That's gonna be it, isn't it? That's gonna be the
Mineral
push that we
field
need
depleted.
to secure this win.
Incoming orders.
Piece of me, boy.
We're gonna
Thank you.
click the Liberators. We're gonna click the Marauders forward, get concussive.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Hold the Marines.
Our SCV is under attack.
Target fire.
Base is under attack. field depleted.
GG. I tried my best, my
All
friends.
SC
Ah, that was one base too much. He didn't have 3-3. How much APM? Yeah, way too much, 135. Honestly, when it comes to like low APM, I don't think we can pull it off against Zerg. Because there's just too many units that we build against Zerg, you know? So it's gonna be really hard to like pull off a low APM in that game. It kind of feels like I have to play mech if I want to play low APM, right? I just have to play mech. There's no other way. It's just I'm building too much like Marine Marauder all game long. And just by pressing like Marine Marauder, I'm automatically boosting my APM over 100, you know? So when it comes to TVZ, there's no other way. If you want to like do like the lowest effort, like lowest APM gameplay, it has to be mech. It just has to be. Not having hotkeys puts my APM higher? I don't think it makes a difference. What I'm trying to achieve with like the no hotkey thing in my educational stream is that I restrain myself like a lot so that I'm like not actively like smurfing. Because I don't want to like pretend, you know, like I need a way of like playing weaker, so that's a good way of doing it. And at the same time, you can see every bit of my action, you know. If I don't use hotkeys, I always have to like pan my camera to the point of action, basically. So you see me go back to the base, you know I'm macroing. You wouldn't be able to like notice that if I use hotkeys. Like you would have to watch like more closely, but that way you can really see most things that I'm doing. It's like just macroing basically. There's also other things I could have done, like in that game we had plenty of plays. I tried to go for like one play, which is to go for I tried going for some Liberator harassment. No, playing with one hand just destroys your wrist. That's not very healthy. You don't want to do that. It's very awkward, very annoying. You're just gonna hurt yourself if you play one-handed all the time. Okay, I need to run ads quickly. Let me do that. And then we'll just keep going for some more games. Don't write me an email. It's not up to date at the moment. Who the fuck even uses email nowadays? I'm just waiting for the ads here on Twitch to be over. You were there at Homestray Cup, really? Why didn't you say so? And I just answered your question. Don't write me an email. I don't want any email. I hate when like people like spam shit in my chat and then I answer the question and then it's like they ask it just over and over again. Like I don't want any business inquiry or whatever. I'm probably gonna ignore you anyways. I ignore everything, like, usually. I'm not interested in any business relationship. Especially not if you, like, get timed out by the bot, like, 3 times in a row. Okay, let's see what this game has to offer. So against Protoss, like playing lower APM is like somewhat playable.
SCV ready. Yo.
Let me think of my opening. Let me think. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna go gas first in this case. Trying to go a little bit lower.
Additional supply depots required.
We hear you. What's going? SCV ready.
Alright, so we're going for the gas first, which is a little bit of a safer variant of this type of like play style. Because it's like less APM heavy, and we're trying to like reduce the APM to the minimum, which is not necessarily a good thing, you know. Like there's better ways to play the game than going gas first, high ground CC. My goal, my personal goal, is just to like reduce my APM as low as I can, but and still beating like GM players, you know. That's my goal here. So my goal is to go like around 100 APM, because I don't think you can go any lower. Like 100 APM is like mandatory. You can't go lower than that. If you get really lucky and the other guy cheeses you and you get like an easy defense or whatever, sure. But if you're trying to play like the game somewhat normal,
Not enough minerals.
you're not gonna be able to pull off like a low APM victory, basically. Okay. I'm thinking if we should go for the safety Cyclone. I don't think I will. In this game, I'm gonna go for a Gummio approach, just to keep it more interesting.
Add-on. Not enough
So I'm gonna send my Reaper across the map now. I'm just gonna shift click it to gather info. I'm gonna pay attention quickly to see if there's like an adept here. Like nothing is happening in my base right now, so I can quickly just pay attention to my Reaper. And then we just like macro at the same time. Set like a rally point in our base, I guess.
Not enough minerals.
And we're gonna change the rally point to the natural already. We're also gonna slide all these SCVs, so you can see I'm already perfectly like saturated. And now the Reaper is just gonna scout.
Complete.
And I'm even gonna like try and click it out there. The Adept can shade in. I mean, it's gonna be useless for him. He's just gonna lose the Adept. So that's a big plus for us. I'm just gonna make sure that the Adept is indeed trapped in our base. And then, yeah, we should be good here. Some high level micro, as you can see. No damage done. And then we just pick up whatever we have and we just shift click it over here. And then the rest we just shift click at the front. And then we just build Tank Marine at the same time. So like a good way to play a low APM playstyle is to set up harassment. Like set it up. So you can see I'm doing a setup now. So my macro is going pretty well here in the main. We're making SCVs. I'm just gonna queue up every SCV, you know? Like look at this, I'm just queuing up all the SCVs.
Additional supply depots.
And now I'm just gonna quickly focus on my harass. So I'm gonna send this into the main. And I'm gonna unload it here.
Not
Then
enough minerals.
I'm gonna just click it into the mineral line, and now I'm focusing on here. Oh, to the stalkers. And now I'm just doing the macro at the same time. In this case, we're doing a 2-base push, so I'm getting more of these. We're microing this guy a little bit. Maybe not lose it, like it's gonna die, so I'm just gonna pull it back. We're gonna shift click these a little bit. Maybe get another stalker kill. Oh, that wasn't supposed to be a liberator. I guess we can just use it to like shift click into the mineral line. And then we just get like the 3 Rex party going. And we set up the tanks. One over here, the marines over there. We're gonna make more marines, like remake them.
Not
We're gonna repair the cyclone. Maybe a bunker would have been nice. It's kind of late now for that. We have a nice little like anti-stalker wall, like always. This is the anti-stalker wall. Like I said, you can watch closely to copy like my building placement and stuff as well. Because it is high tier, I tell you. And now we're just doing all these add-on swaps that you always see. And yeah, we're just gonna start off making a lot of marines. And we're gonna get supply depots going. This liberator is just shift clicked. And everything is going smoothly, as you can see. We can get combat shield starting. We can get more bio starting. We can get a 3rd base starting. This liberator is doing its thing. We can even like unsiege it and siege it back here.
Returning fire.
Because why the heck not? Like this, bam. More harassment. We can go up to like more barracks. In this map we have more space. We kill more probes. And yeah, our life is good.
enough minerals.
At this point, we're dropping mules. More mules, I mean. We're making more supply depots. We're making more SCVs.
Not
And
enough minerals.
we're just proceeding with more bio and more aggression.
Not enough minerals.
I'm gonna burrow some Wither Mines over here against Blink Stalkers jumping in my base. I hate Stalkers. These Wither Mines are gonna do a fantastic job in case he jumps up. Then I'm gonna set my rally point. And now we're just gonna push with our force. And oh, there's an observer. I just see that. Luckily we do have a scan. We hotkey our army. And oh, look at that.
Attack.
Luckily we had those mines, sort of.
Research.
I just stim in here, like I stim my entire army. Okay, he's not doing more, so I guess we don't have to stim our entire army over here. I guess we just take a look now here.
Add-on.
Okay, there's zealots. Okay, there's charge. I want to be a little bit careful, so I'm gonna position myself over here. I'm fully focusing on my army here. And micro. So I'm gonna like micro with my marines. And then I'm gonna like macro at the same time.
Complete.
Oh no, not necessary. It's already over. Yeah, look at that. Look at that APM. What was that APM? Ah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Electrolytes. No electrolyte lesson today. $88 APM. That's how we do it. My opponent is also doing a challenge. It looks like 150. He is also doing a challenge. Kappa. Well, he's not Grandmaster. Well, actually that MMR qualifies nearly as Grandmaster, but yeah. Yeah, if things go well, you don't need like a lot of APM. You just like do openings that work for you, basically. If that makes sense. It was nice meeting you. Looking forward to the next Homesphere Cup. The Homesphere Cup is always great. Ja, Moja. Vielleicht bist du es einfach nicht. Hast du mal LoL gespielt oder andere Games? Das könnte vielleicht eher dein Ding sein. Ooh, I really don't like playing off race, no. Okay, let's go again. How would you slow down the game? Well, if you'd never attack, then the game is like slowed down, you know? You just need to get like the right defense, and then you have like an unbreakable TVZ basically, like defensively at least. Oh, I don't want to hotkey that.
Big job.
Just removing that hotkey costs a lot of APM.
SCV ready. Well, butter my
Not enough minerals.
Okay, big map. Big map. How about a
Additional supply details
Widow Mine
required.
opening?
Not enough minerals.
So 2 Hellions. Sorry. 2 Reapers and a Hellion.
SCV ready.
And then we go for a Widow Mine. And then we'll see what happens, basically. That sounds like a plan.
SCV ready.
So let's execute that plan and see how it goes. This is a fairly large map,
SCV ready.
so I'm not too worried about like cheesy gameplay. Though, like I said, a lot of people, I feel like they just proxy Reaper.
Bad news.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Huh? What's
A lot of
going on?
clicks to pull the workers off gas. Like this is where a lot of APM oops goes in, by the way. Like the clicking on the gas, it's like the harassment. And obviously the spamming as well. But today we're just a chill dude, playing below 100 APM, at least I'm trying to. I'm not sure what's the best for TVT for like really low APM playstyles. How about we just like play late game, like tank Viking late game. Like we just play like a nasty, like real nasty gameplay. We just sit back, do nothing. If we don't go BCs, we just go tank Viking. I think that's a
Not enough.
good thing to go for.
The Grim Reaper.
When it comes to like low APM playstyles, I think this is a good choice, in my opinion.
Bad news. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What? You want something? On the way.
We're just gonna repair whatever gets damaged.
Add-on complete.
Well, big job.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Okay. I think we handled that pretty well. I guess that means we could just go for a very fast Raven
Go ahead.
without any like trouble.
SCV ready.
Because what they did is like he's going Cyclone behind us, and he's just playing it like safe, you know. So I'm not too worried just macroing up here, I think.
SCV ready.
Let's check the economy. As you can see, this base is mining well.
Add-on.
There's no triple stack. That's just what I wanted to check. No triple stack on the SCVs. So life is good. Life is good.
Gear.
Command center.
I'm just gonna throw down a bunker. It's gonna help with some F2 management later on. I have some dust in my throat.
SCV ready. Go, go, go.
We're gonna set the rally point for our siege tank, as well as make another supply depot. I never get supply blocked. And yeah, as you can see, there's nothing going on now. Like, at this point, I can just play it like one-handed, you know. We're just clicking some buttons here. Can have a little bit of a water break.
SCV ready.
Additional supply.
Raven online.
SCV ready.
We're not training SCVs. We're not training SCVs. That's bad. Always make sure to be training those.
Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready.
Oh my god, this guy is weird.
At your disposal.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Banshees.
Additional supply depots.
SCV ready.
Awaiting order.
Ready to roll out.
Okay. Our goal in this game is to just
Additional supply
survive,
depots
by the way.
required.
I can't build here.
So we're gonna put a Viking in each mineral line. One in the main,
Ready to plunder.
one in the natural. eBay, because we're doing the lame style here. And we're
Not
just
enough minerals.
chilling. We're just chilling.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Fancy, 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 fancy. The Banshee speed upgrade.
System
Fancy guy.
battle.
I'm gonna lift the barracks here for some bonus vision.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
Or we're just gonna expand. Luckily I made an eBay, honestly. That eBay is gonna come in very handy here. Oh wow.
Yeah, whatever.
Our SCVs
Let's
are under
try and
attack.
expand. He's very busy sniping my supply depots. I'm gonna shift click these units across the map.
You scared me.
Then we're just gonna expand down here.
Ready to roll out.
Make sure to pull back the Raven.
Bad news.
Oh. They are cornered. I need to make SCVs, by the way. We're not making SCVs. They're not cornered. I'm too slow. But he's just losing them for free anyways.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Okay, he's going for a fast play, and as you can see,
Not enough minerals.
it's really doing a lot of work. I'm just not able to keep up with it, because I'm not using hotkeys properly.
SCV
It's kind of hard for me to make SCVs. Like, that's literally the only mistake I made. I didn't make SCVs, like, the entire time. If we just made SCVs, things would look a lot better. But yeah, like, in this case, like, the Banshees are super annoying.
Enough minerals.
Bad news. Ready to plunder. Ready. That's the negatory. It's blocked. Yep.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, but we're just, once again, we're chill
Not
guys.
enough minerals.
We're just
Not enough minerals.
building a base here.
Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
Additional. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the SCV ready. I'm in deep.
He's extremely cocky. I'm gonna use hotkeys now a little bit.
Stay combat.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Bad news. Ready to
It's a little bit annoying because I want to siege forward already.
I'll give it back. SCV ready. Ready to plunder.
Building armor, I guess, can help.
Add-on complete.
Bro. Oh.
Mineral field depleted.
Raven tank.
Mineral field depleted.
We need to set the rally point.
SCV ready.
What is he doing, by the way? He's just
Mineral
playing
field
ground mech.
depleted.
Guess we can get another one of this. More
Upgrade.
starports against it.
Sure thing.
Mineral field.
We're just gonna put the tanks in like a nice line.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to plunder.
Research complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Bro, he's still using the Banshees.
SCV ready.
This guy is like a real micromanager.
SCV ready.
Not in.
But yeah, we're just chilling.
Combat.
Check out BCs. It's not very good, but I will build some BCs, my friends.
Add-on complete.
For your entertainment. Jesus, man, this guy's like such a micromanager. I'm gonna make some turrets for you now.
Wait.
It's like one tank at a time. I'll do it one tank at a time. He's taking it one tank at a time.
What's going on?
Coming in from the side with the speed Banshees. 12 minutes into the game.
Whatever.
He must be such a fast player to have this kind of APM. By the way, I'm gonna hotkey my command centers now because I need scans in late game.
Roger.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Insufficient vest. Not enough minerals.
Coming in hot, and now he's gonna take out another SCV! Wow!
Depots required.
Amazing place. Oh my god, he is running away! Oh.
SCV ready. going on?
Upgrade complete.
I don't know what's the best thing, honestly. Like, I guess we're going like sort of like
Mineral field.
Sky Terran here.
What's that? Got no patience for sitting around. I never tread.
Ah, Commander.
Who called in the fleet?
Unacceptable command. Upgrade complete.
Ah! Okay, that's actually pretty smart. Much smarter than I am.
Transformation system.
Research complete.
Damn, wait, Cyclones are really good against these. I need to be careful.
Yes,
Fueled up, ready to go.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Yep. Yeah. Roger. Need some? Huh?
who called in the fleet?
Well, butter my biscuit.
Add-on complete.
Whatever that means.
What's that? Got no paint.
Oh, that's a lot.
Complete. Our SCV's base is under attack. Insufficient.
Okay. I'm making Vikings. I think that's a mistake.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade. Mineral field depleted.
Go ahead.
Who called in the fleet?
Yeah. Sure thing. Fueled up, ready. I can't build here.
So we need to take some SCVs here.
What's our...
Base is under attack. Not enough.
Liberation is at hand.
Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Ha! So he did not have as much. The macro was flawless. APM 116. That's too much, man. That's for like late game. It's honestly not bad, but still 116, maybe a little bit too much. 116 APM. I don't know. I was going lightning speed there. Maybe if he didn't focus on harassing with like singular banshees and instead like macro at the same time, he would have done a better job. Because his macro was a lot slower than our macro. Like if we look at the income, like do you see this? Despite it actually looking not as good, right? Like he did some harassment and it looked like I was getting caught off guard. I maintained good SCV production and a healthy economy. And yeah, even though we took some damage and it was looking kind of annoying with the banshees, it doesn't seem like he macroed very well behind it, you know? He did a very APM intense style, but he didn't macro like he should. Solid stuff. Solid stuff for sure. The Ravens caught me off guard a little bit, but then they were not as impactful. I think he had the better composition for sure. The Ravens were going to be really hard to deal with. It's like I said, he just didn't macro as well as he could. So yeah. Should have probably worked out better for him. Okay. Hold on a second. We got to take another break. I don't think I'll continue to play that much because it's actually kind of exhausting to play like this and commentate. Like, I kind of have to like keep up like certain focus, you know. So let me do some brainstorming while I do take an ad break. I might do something else afterwards. Or I might just do a couple more games like this. But I'm thinking to play maybe some normal games. But I'm also thinking to potentially play some chill games. I don't know. Be right back. I'll decide then. Okay. I'll do a couple more low APM games, and then I'm just gonna call it for today. Oh, TVZ, we get some revenge against the Zerg. Let's see, I think if I want to go low APM against Zerg, I just have to play mech. There's literally no other way to play it. So let's do it. Let's play some mech.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
Roger.
Not enough minerals.
Let me think about like a build here. Like, I think it should obviously be like a triple command center build. It's one thing I'm like thinking about. It just has to be a triple CC build. And I think it just has to be the slow mech. So the best like build that I can come up with right now is just gonna be a regular battlecruiser opening, but with triple command center. And then I will heavily like macro up. And the idea behind the build now is going to be that I go for a BC opening. That battlecruiser opening is going to force a reaction. It's gonna force the Zerg to go into Corruptors, ideally. If they go Hydras, you have to adjust on the fly. If they go Hydras instead of Corruptors, you can go for like more battlecruisers. If, however, they go into
Not enough minerals.
Corruptors like they should, we're going to play the slow mech. And what does the slow mech mean? No cyclones. We mainly are gonna build tanks, Thors, and Hellbats. And we're going to be doing like a 200 supply push. And that will be the play, ultimately. What is it weak against, and why I'm talking through everything, the logic like that? Because there's one thing that you have to adjust against. And that thing is Hydralisk into Lurkers. If they have Lurkers and Vipers, your composition becomes pretty like useless. So that's one thing you just have to like be ready for and adjust, you know. Just checking the third here with my Reaper. And then we're gonna send the SCVs down here. And we're gonna make more SCVs down here. So yeah, that's the theory. Lurkers and Vipers are really dangerous, but they can't really afford that. If you're going for the BCs and you force the Corruptors. So they can't really go Hydra Corruptor into Lurkers. That just doesn't make any sense. Sure, there's gonna be some Zergs that pull it off, but I guarantee you, if you execute this build good enough, you're gonna be able to punish that, pretty much. And that's the play here as well. I'm just gonna check one more time
Command center upgrade.
the third base right now. And there we go. He is taking a third base. So now I'm just gonna go back home and I start my Hellion production. And we just follow a build order now. And the build is BC, like I said. We're just gonna macro up. So there's the starport, then we get the fusion core, then we get like the tech lab, then we get more Hellions. Always make SCVs. As you can see, I'm constantly making those. And always drop the mules, they are very important as well. Now, we're just macroing up. I'm not even building as many Hellions. My opponent has a third base. Yesterday I played against a Zerg. You can maybe watch the stream VOD from yesterday. Maybe at some other point I will play against a 2-base Zerg again. I play against a 2-base Zerg and I played a little bit differently
Command
yesterday.
center upgrade complete.
Against a 2-base Zerg I wouldn't be like so greedy like I am now. But like I'm not even like scouting anymore, I'm just staying back home basically. We're gonna stop making Hellions now, 6 is more than enough. And we're just gonna go, oh let's kill this Overlord with the Marines that we have. We're just gonna go into the BC now. And we're taking more gas. The earlier you take the gas, the better, pretty much, in this case. So what does it mean? Well, Hellions become kind of useless, you know. So I don't want to make too many of them. I'm not harassing with them, so
Not enough minerals.
they kind of fall off pretty fast. Okay, I'm fully saturated in my natural now. So let's expand. This is the point that we want to use for expanding. And now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, the macro, it just kicks in. So we're finishing the wall. We have 2 supply depot guys. We're constantly making SCVs. We have an expansion here. Let's just put 4 Hellions over here as a way of defending this base. We go double armory. We take the gas immediately. And we also continue making SCVs after SCVs. Just continue making them. And rally the battlecruiser towards his 4th base and make another one.
Not enough.
One more battlecruiser is gonna be nice. We're gonna make more SCVs now. I'm not making any more Hellions. I'm just rallying forward my BCs. Some vision for like a Nidus worm is also good. So I'm getting some supply depots, as you can see. I set my rally point. And I just rally the BC across the map. I can get Yamato, but it's also not necessary. I might even cancel my battlecruiser. You can get Yamato if you want to. So here's the BC. I'm just gonna rally it into the main then. I'm gonna start Yamato after the tank the tank production and the armory production. Now we just do some harassment, like we go in here, take out the queen maybe, and then we just put it on a nice spot and hold position. Like look at this. We can take a 4th now. We just put it here, or just put it here, hold position. See? Perfect harassment, no effort. Oh, he's moving. Let's move it here. He needs to pull queens, otherwise this is not defended. We can go back, just make Hellions and tanks. Go back, make factories, and maybe more supply depots. Go back, focus some more drones, and then just get out before it's too late. Bam! 10 kills. Now we can make our base look prettier by sieging up tanks. And we should get an eBay as well as Yamato. I forgot Yamato now. So there's one thing you need to be getting, and that's anti-air. So after making like 6 tanks, I will start a couple Thors. So I'm gonna make a few more tanks, but soon I'm gonna start Thors. And ideally what you also start is you morph Hellbats, because they are better defensively. And you just start adding turrets. So we're gonna make a turret ring. And on this map I really mean it. I'm not joking. And then we just get tech labs on these factories. And then we just make a few more SCVs until we go over 80. We take the next expansion. We send the BCs there. We make some Thors now. We need some Thors as a way of like anti-air. And then we just take the next expansion. We just select some of our reinforcements and put them there, you know. Then we're gonna make Thors. We're gonna make 1 round of Thor. We're gonna take the gases here. We're gonna make sensor towers. 1 here, 1 here, and more turrets. Get the setup right. Planetary. Maybe use a scan to see that he's indeed not going lurkers. Get upgrades for the mech going. Let's get the perfect 4 base saturation. Let's get more supplies. And now, let's max out on tanks as well. We're getting 2-2. We're getting now tanks. Oh, we need to siege here. We need to make more turrets, because he might have Corruptors. Does he have Corruptors? Move out of the way against the corrosive fire. And just make some turrets against this, like this. Oh, teleport the BCs here, maybe. And lower this one, and macro. Focus everything over there. The tanks are gonna keep you safe here with the Thors. So as you can see, I just F2'd, but I have a perfect defense everywhere. I just make sure the economy is untouched, I mean. And then we can even go for more factories if we really want to. We can go into like 8, let's say. And we're just pumping out mech units, and we're just mainly pumping out Thors and tanks. We press F2 for a second. We have 4 Thors. That's more than enough. Let's make more tanks and Hellions. Tanks and Hellions. We're gonna rally them over here. And yeah, we're just maxing up at this point. Everything is going smoothly. The bases are running. The factory are in production. There's something happening here, but yeah. And we can even get like another couple command centers, or you can just stay on 4 base forever, just max out and go for a big attack. Like, he's micromanaging something that is not important, you know? Like, what the fuck are you doing there, you know? Oh, I shouldn't say, I feel like maybe Those are the words I shouldn't use, but... Like, what are you doing there? You're just wasting, like, APM. Well, now you're at least getting some Baneling connections, I guess. But essentially, this trade was a whole lot better for us than for him. And here, he's not getting anything done either. And I've just done nothing over the last minute. But look at my supply. And now I can just select my command center and remake those lost SCVs. Shift-click them back to mining here after they took care of the repair. And now we just have 8 factories. We get a few reactors. And we just pump out units. And look at that. We're close to being maxed. I'm just gonna saturate my bases. Make sure that we're mining very nicely from every base. And then we're gonna make sure that we drop a bunch of mules. Then we get the last set of upgrades. And just like this, we just have another perfect setup. We're gonna hotkey the command centers now here, the orbitals. So that we have a mule hotkey and a scan hotkey mainly. Okay, look at our setup. We're getting one more round of Thors, I guess. And then Hellions. And now we're gonna F2. Just F2. I guess these Thors, I'm gonna stay home with them and just repair them up. Oh, he's coming here. I guess I'm just gonna teleport the BCs on top of these. And we're gonna like split our army a little bit. Like he's sending some stuff here. I didn't get Blue Flame, by the way. I should get Blue Flame. So yeah, now I'm just A-moving my units and fixing my economy at the same time. So I'm A-moving some units here. I'm A-moving some units here. I'm morphing Hellbats everywhere. And yeah, these units are just going. And then I just macro. I fix my economy. I fix my economy here. I fix my economy here. And these units, they have to siege up as well, obviously. We scan ahead. We siege the tanks in nice locations. We siege them up before it's too late. We're sieging up on both sides. That's a little bit fancy, honestly. That's not necessary. But as you can see, if you play mech, it's your units are kind of doing like the right thing already. You don't even need to look. Then we just make tanks and Hellions in the background. We unsiege these. Go forward. This tank line is doing what it's supposed to do. I think splitting up the army was not a good choice. But as you can see, we're just shift-clicking tanks, spreading them a little bit, sieging them forward, getting them in the right places, F2ing the other side, or like back home against the Ling Run-bys. Making reinforcements, making more reinforcements, F-clicking here, F2 clicking here. We lost some doors, let's remake some doors. Maybe at some point we should consider expanding as well, because you can see our economy took a blow. So I'm just gonna make a command center here. But yeah, we have some more units coming here. And we can just shift-click them. I like click them on the ground and then shift-click siege. As you can see, they go then on siege mode. We're gonna scan ahead. We're gonna make more tanks in the background. And we have more than enough units at home. And we can just scan ahead here. And that's gonna be the game. GG. Wow, wow, look at my APM, my friends. Look at the APM. That is beautiful, isn't it? So mech it is against Zerg, isn't it? $5K Zerg. Today's Smurf over 1K. Is this really, like, do you consider this smurfing, my friend? Like, there's like many people that always accuse me of smurfing. Like, at some point, I'm just gonna, like, smurf and bash people, and you're the reason I do that, you know? Like, I'm like a nice guy. Like, why are you, like, making fun of me or attacking me? I'm not doing anything wrong here. We're just a chill guy, like, playing with, like, 85 APM. Like, he didn't lose the game because I'm playing 1000 more above my level. I literally beat him in, like, a 14-minute game with 85 APM. He deserves the loss. And plus he only lost 11 points, my friend. I do win a lot of games though. Today our record is not that bad actually. But I think it's mainly because we play against low MMR people. Like the losses are against like 5k plus players that I will never beat. Like today at the start we had rough games. But come on, you can't say that after I beat a player with 85 APM. Like, what you have to be impressed, no? Like, isn't that impressive? To beat like a 5k Zerg with 85 APM in a straight up game. I feel like that's pretty impressive. I'm even amazed by myself, you know, like how to, like, I did not expect I'd be able to like beat players like that with like such low APM and such long games. You know, the longer the game goes, the more APM I usually have. So honestly, I think that's even more impressive than anything else. Thought about wasting APM on stupid stuff. You still don't seem to understand, like, 85 APM. A lot of things need to go right in that game. Like, he kept feeding into us and I didn't even need to do anything to defend that kind of stuff, you know? So, like, a lot of things have to go right in the game for me to even be able to win. Like, he has to be active. He has to attack into me. Like, I think this is like the lowest APM victory against like a 5k player that can have a half, basically, you know? That's what I'm saying. It's like, this is like potentially, let's say, a world record. Terran beating 5k or more with low APM, even though that was never a challenge in the first place. Like, nobody has ever really done that. Lose the game early on and do a comeback? No, I just want to do an educational stream where I teach some people some things, and yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to do any trolling or whatever. We're just doing the low APM games, and I think I'm being very fair about them, you know? I think I'm being very fair here. Like, you seriously don't, like, I'm not even gonna go 6k or more. There's no way. If I play like this, I'm gonna lose more games soon. No, I don't recommend splitting your army if you play mech. There's one advice I can give you. Like, actually one high level advice. And I've explained that a lot of times. So, you know, I like to use F2. Yeah, mostly if I played against you, I would go like 700 APM and play as if it was a GSL finals. So, if I use F2, you know, so I have a big army and I go for the attack. I tend to attack with like 180 supply. Because then the reinforcements that I make are gonna be the ones that defend the counter attack. So, a very good technique for like any kind of aggression. This is something that Clem does a lot as well. Like, if you look at Clem's gameplay, especially in TVZ, he will have, like, the same army pressuring until it's, like, completely dead, you know? He will rarely, like, reinforce his army. He will, like, rarely, like, send reinforcements and F2 across the map. He will either defend counterattacks with the reinforcements, or he will create a second army with the reinforcements if it gets big enough. But usually, the one army that he's aggressive with, he's gonna stay aggressive with. No reinforcements. So, if I move out of like 160, 180 supply army, I just go with the army until it's dead. And I don't reinforce. The moment I reinforce is if I'm all in. So that's one way. Like, if you're 8-rexing against Zerg, you can F2 across the map more often. So if you're very all in. Or if you have like a big enough force, then you regroup. That's another technique. Like, you can go back with your main army, regroup, and then go in with like a bigger army. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, there's a lot of theory, but these are just some thoughts, like some ideas you can bring into your games. It doesn't have to be everything just F2 across the map or split the army into two. You can do many things. However, with the mech, I think it's better to just have one big army and send it. And then just leave reinforcements at home, maybe with some tanks. And the BCs are really good for counterattacks as well. Like, one mechanic, and this is something I also talk a lot about. One more thing that I want to mention is anti-air of Zerg. So a lot of times you can leave like the 2 Banshees that you have made, or like the battle cruisers at your 3rd base to defend them against like Ling run bys, you know? That's another great technique. You just send the BCs wherever there's like a run by or like something coming where you need units instantly. Like the Zerg doesn't have good anti-air, so keep that in mind as well. Like using battle cruisers or Banshees as a way of dealing with run bys or attacks at your 3rd base specifically, because it's not planetary, is also very nice. How do you play against Ling Flood, Bane Bus on exposed 4th base? Do you wall off? No, you just need to have some tanks in position. Like, you always gotta make sure you have some tanks in range. Like, just a couple tanks can do massive damage. If you have no units in position, you're always gonna die. The nice thing about tanks is you can use F2 if they are sieged up, because they don't move when they are sieged up, of course. So that's one nice thing you have going for yourself. My friends, I think I have to call it here. But I have some good news for you tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm starting my new rhythm again, because university starts again next week. So tomorrow, I wake up early again. And tomorrow there's no university, but there's a qualifier tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be streaming at 1 PM. And I'll be streaming the Masters Coliseum qualifier. By the way, if you have any more questions, just type them in the chat. I'm just gonna advertise some things. So tomorrow at 1 PM, I'm gonna play the Masters Coliseum qualifier. It's a European qualifier, America qualifier, so there's gonna be Showtime, Skillers, Lambo, Spirit, I would say. And then maybe like Astrea as well, who knows. So I will be playing this qualifier. And I'm just gonna like stream through the qualifier, which means I'm gonna do like a pretty long stream, I think. I'm gonna be streaming for like 5 hours, so I don't think I'll be going offline early or whatever. I'll just stream like through the entire qualifier for tomorrow. So there's gonna be some tryhard games tomorrow. Some tryhard games into some regular games, I guess. Well, honestly, there's 2 options. Either I get far in the qualifier and we have a long stream anyways, or I lose early, I get really sad about how bad I played because I lost early. And then the second option is tryhard ladder session tomorrow. How about that? We do like a tryhard ladder session if I lose early. I feel like that'd be good as well. So tomorrow, we go back to like some tryhard gameplay. No troll or lol anymore. Tomorrow, we get serious again. At least for a day. And I'll be practicing. I'll be taking my job serious again. Yeah. I did just want to mention that briefly. Another thing that I did want to mention briefly is, of course, my YouTube channel. I just recorded another video for tomorrow about the campaign. So every time I do advertise that, I do get some follows. So yeah, you have easy access on the live tab here to my VODs as well. They're also available on Twitch, but if there's some people that haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it. I do upload some videos, mostly just for fun, but I take every subscriber that I can get, so if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube as well, then do that. That's always appreciated as well. Maybe at some point we can break the 10K. I study biochemistry. I'm almost at 10K, yeah. We're making like how many followers? Let me see. How many followers do we make on YouTube? So these are my stats on YouTube. Hold on. Plus, oh, you can't see it, damn it. I guess I'm gonna show you on the computer then. I don't know how to see it. I just have it on the phone. Let me see. No man, my camera is too... it will not work. I guess you're never gonna find out. I'm just gonna read it out. We make like 240 subscribers a month. 240 subscribers. I made 170 euro this month, and we got 40,000 views, and we got 10,000 watched hours. 10,000 watched hours. Those are the stats. Top secret. Now I shared it. Auch mit Biochemie angefangen? Aber nicht in Köln, oder? Das wäre witzig. Yeah, I made 170 euro. It's isn't it insane? Kaiserslautern, okay. Das wäre witzig gewesen. Alright, my friends. Yeah, I have nothing more to say. Yeah, ads on YouTube. It's not bad, 170 euro. I mean, I just stream a little bit on YouTube. Like, how much have I streamed? Let's have a look at some stats, you know. I'll share some more stats for the people that tuned in. So over the last 30 days, I've streamed for 70 hours here on Twitch. And I have made in advertisement roughly $550 in advertisement. Everything before tax, you know. So you can tell we're not making as much bank, but it's okay, it's okay. Have a nice evening. That's why you need to subscribe. No, have a nice evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow for like a freshly like new stream like tomorrow. I just want to start fresh tomorrow because, like I said, university starts again, so I need to go back into like the 6 a.m. rhythm, you know. Like I need to wake up in 9 hours and 30 minutes, and I still need to eat something, so yeah. See you then, bye bye. Bye.